Now, let's cut the bullshit. Inspiration, motivation, warm, fuzzy. Kaya mo yan. Laban lang. Tuloy-tuloy lang. No, I'm not here to motivate you. I am here to share with you the truth. So if you can't handle the truth, don't watch this video. Stop this video right now. But if you want the truth, if you want to be successful, if you want financial freedom, if you want to earn millions of money, if you want to understand why you are still poor, go watch this video. Because right now, we will talk about the reasons why you are still poor. Yes, good day to you guys and welcome to another episode of Principles by MJ Lopez. Here in this podcast, we will talk about life, business, career, entrepreneurship, leadership, and success principles that you can use to manifest and create the life that you want. And right now, we will talk about the 7 reasons why you are still poor. Because let's be real, who you are right now is a byproduct of your decisions. And everyone has a choice. Yes, I understand some people are blessed with privileges. Some people are blessed with really rich parents, really wealthy families. And if they are super wealthy, probably they are not watching this video. And if they are, that's really good for them. It's because no matter how rich they are still learning and growing. And we all know that it's important when it comes to sustainability. But again, I understand. Merong mga pinagpala talaga. Meron talagang totoong swerte. But that's not an excuse. The main reason why I created this video for you is to talk to you about the reality. And the reality is, pwede kang yumaman. Pwede kang maging successful. 90% of the millionaires I know, lahat galing sa hirap. 80% of the millionaires that I know, friends, connections, part of my network, walang natapos. So wala kang excuse. So kung mahirap ka ngayon at gustong-gusto mong yumaman, isa lang ibig sabihin yan, meron kang maling ginagawa. And right now, we will talk about the reality, the truth. Ano ba talaga yung dahilan? Bakit mahirap ka pa rin ngayon? At kung mayaman ka na, ano yung pwedeng maging dahilan para maghirap ka? So again, our topic for this podcast is the 7 reasons why you are still poor. Number 1, you are toxic. Lagi kong sinasabi na kung ano yung itananim, siya ring aanihin. And that's the reality. If nagtatanim ka ng kabutihan, if nagtatanim ka ng mabubuting bagay, babalik at babalik sa'yo yan. Pero kung nagtatanim ka ng puro problema, doble balik sa'yo yan. Kung nagtatanim ka ng hate, doble balik sa'yo niyan. Kung nagtatanim ka ng negativity, doble balik sa'yo niyan. Think about it this way. Simulan natin sa utak. Your mind is like a garden, right? Malawak na lupain. Unlimited possibilities because you can think about anything. You can imagine anything. You can visualize and project the future. At tayo lang mga tao yung pwedeng gumawa at kayang gumawa niyan. And if I'm not mistaken, si Einstein na nagsabi nito. Actions and hard work can take you from point A to point B. But imagination can take you anywhere. So you are free to imagine. Pero kung ang itinatanim mo sa utak mo, negativity, toxicity, hate, anger, resentment, self-doubt, kung ano-anong mga negative, ano magmamanifest na feelings? Hindi rin maganda. Ano yung magiging action ng katawan mo? Hindi rin maganda. Tapos ano yung pinapanood mo? Negative din. Toxic din. Masyado kang nagpapa-apekto sa mga movies na pinapanood mo. Masyado kang nagpapa-apekto sa mga music na pinakikinggan mo. Yes, I love music as well. I was a musician. I play a lot of instruments. But in my journey towards earning millions of money, I realized that everything in this world is made to influence you. Even the music that you are listening to. Alam naman natin yan. Pag may hugot ka, di ka okay, kaninong music yung mabenta. Pag pakboy ka, kaninong music yung mabenta. Kapag hype ka, gusto mo ng party, gusto mo sumayaw, kaninong music yung mabenta sa'yo. But understand that the music you are listening to is another form of affirmation. And it will influence you to think, feel, and take action. The music that we watch, the content creator that we follow, malaki yung impluwensya nan sa buhay natin. That is why in terms of watching videos, you have to be intentional. Panoorin mo yung alam mo, sure ka na makakatulong sa'yo. Kasi hindi lahat ng pinapanood mo nakakatulong sa'yo. And that's the reality. Kaya lang ang itinatanim natin sa utak natin, puro negativity, puro toxic. And since toxic yung utak mo, toxic ka mag-isip, you will always hold on to short-term happiness. At saan yan? Sa social media. Yung mga applications, yung mga platforms, ang goal niyan is mag-stay ka sa platform. So they will do whatever it takes to stimulate you. Kung ano-ano yung ipapakita sa'yo. Kung lalaki ka, ano ipinapakita sa'yo. Di ba? Tumatalbog-talbog, umaalog-alog. Kung babae ka, ano pinapakita sa'yo. Alam ng phone mo, lahat ng galaw mo, sa totoo lang. That is why right now, I'm trying to stay away from my phone. If I want to accomplish things, if I want to accomplish something, I'll stay away from my phone and focus on what I have to do. Kaya kung toxic ka, mag-isip ka na. Kasi aminin na natin, sino ba nag-hate? Sino ba toxic? Una, yung taong toxic ang buhay. Yung mga taong hateful. Yung mga taong doubtful. Yung mga taong wala pang nararating sa buhay. And don't get me wrong, there are people who were actually victims. Talagang may nangyaring hindi maganda sa kanila, may nangyaring masama sa kanila, sobrang sakit ng pinagdaanan nila, but that is not an excuse to hate people. Hindi siya excuse na iparamdam mo sa iba yung naramdaman mo dati. And again, pinag-uusapan natin dahilan bakit ka mahirap. Sige, pwedeng ituloy mo yan. Tuloy mo yung pagiging negative. Tuloy mo yung pagiging toxic. Pero huwag kang mag-expect yayaman ka sa ginagawa mo. Huwag kang mag-expect na may dadating na blessing sa buhay mo sa pagiging toxic mo. Huwag kang mag-expect na i-bless ka ng nasa taas kapag toxic ka, kapag negative ka, kapag hateful ka. Eh sir, may kakilala ko, napaka-toxic, napaka-negative, napakasama ng ugali, pero binibless. Mag-isip ka rin, sa tingin mo sinong nagbe-bless sa kanya? There's a famous saying, narinig ko to kay Denzel Washington. If the devil doesn't come after you, ibig sabihin paborito ka. Teka, huwag yung galawin yan. Paborito ko yan. Siraulo yan eh. And if the devil comes at you, it means tama yung ginagawa mo. Mas mabilis yumaman at mas fulfilling ang pagyaman kung hindi ka toxic. So yeah, kung mahirap ka pa ngayon, reflect. Baka kasi napaka-toxic mong tao. Number 2 is, you cannot handle the truth. Alam mo ba sa mundong to, dalawang bagay ang pinakamahirap pag-usapan. Yung timbang, yung pagiging mataba, at pera. A lot of people, pag sinabihan mo, tumataas na timbang mo, tumaba ka ata, parang napakasama mong tao. Binibigyan mo lang naman siya ng feedback. Sa totoong nakikita mo, insensitive ka, ang sama mo. I don't have problems with people who are fat, who gained weight, especially kung gusto nila yon. Especially kung talagang nag-e-enjoy sila sa pagkain. Diba? If you're happy with your weight, if you're happy that you're fat, if you're happy that you're eating, and you enjoy eating as well, there's nothing wrong with that. Kasi kumain ka na rin lang, enjoyin mo na. Ang masama, kumakain ka, guilty ka, hindi ka enjoy, or hindi mo kayang i-accept na enjoy ka sa pagkain. Tapos ang dami mong ibabatong excuses. Tapos pag nasabihan ka ng mataba, galit ka. Sa totoo lang, I have a problem with these people who have a lot of excuses. Sasabihin nila, gusto kong mamayat, I wanna be aesthetic, I wanna have a better physique, I wanna have an aesthetic physique, I wanna lose weight, gigil na gigil ako, gustong-gusto ko talaga. Pero big boned ako eh. Iba ako. Yung pinanganak akong ganito, yung ang dami-daming excuses. Tanggapin mo na lang. Na kung tamad ka, tamad ka. Kung mahilig kang kumain, mahilig kang kumain. Kung malakas kang kumain, malakas kang kumain. And then let's enjoy eating together. Instead na habang kumakain tayo, ino-overthink mo yung pagkain, nagsasalita ka ng di maganda. Ano ba yan? Ayoko talagang kumain, pero ang lakas naman kumain. Ubus naman. 5 rice pa. It's not about being fat, it's not about being sexy. Kasi may mga sexy rin naman, may mga magaganda rin yung katawan na sobrang narcissistic naman, di ba? Na nakakainis din kasama. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about acceptance. That we have to learn how to accept na parang ganito. I love watches, you know. And I grew up from a very, very poor family. And of course, tuwing bibili ako ng relo, nagagalit yung nanay ko. Take note, yung nanay ko, maraming pera. Mas mayaman sa akin yun. Kasi ang galing niya mag-invest sa real estate. Pero, tuwing i-reward ko yung sarili ko, alam kong deserve ko, bibili ako ng relo, galit sa akin. Hindi naman niya pera, pero galit sa akin. Kasi sasabihin niya sa akin, dapat nagtitipid ka, dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. But the thing is, she accepts that she is frugal and I accept na magastos ako. So ako, pakikinggan ko, kaya kong pakinggan yung constructive criticism niya because maybe I can learn from her. Kasi tanggap ko sa sarili kong magastos ako eh. Alam ko kung bakit siya ganun. Alam ko kung bakit siya nagagalit. Alam ko kung bakit niya ako sinisita. Because she loves me. And para sa kanya, mas okay magtipid kaysa bumili ng mahal na relo. So it's more on really accepting who you are. Parang pag sinabihan mo yung tao, may utang ka, magbayad ka kasi parang ang sama mo. Teka lang. Nung nangungutang ka, ang bait mo. Ngayong maniningil na ako, ganyan ka na. Ako na yung masama. Pag sinabihan mo, kaya ka mahirap. Kasi ganito ka eh. Teka lang, hindi ako mahirap. If you cannot accept that you are poor, how can you earn money? If you cannot accept your current situation, how will you earn money? I'm not saying poor ka habang buhay. I'm not saying define yourself as poor. We're not talking about definition here. We're not talking about identity yet. Kasi pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya. No. We're talking about accepting your current situation. Accepting the reality that right now, kung mahirap ka ngayon. Tanggapin mo. Para alam mo kung saan ka magmumula. Alam mo kung saan ka galing, so you can have the humility to start over, to start somewhere. Kailangan naiintindihan mo sitwasyon mo. And the main reason why people are still poor, they cannot handle the truth. And maybe you can develop yourself. Ang mahirap sa atin, we are trying to be someone na hindi naman natin kaya pa. Ito pa problema. If you cannot handle the truth, hindi mo rin kayang i-identify kung saan ka magaling at saan ka hindi magaling. But the problem with social media, again, is merong mga sikat, merong mga mayayaman, meron tayong iniidolo. Gusto natin yung buhay nila. And of course, we understand that we have to build the skills. Kaya lang, if you cannot accept na hindi ka pa magaling do sa ibang bagay na ginagawa ng mga idols mo, hindi ka matututo. So, kailangan mo munang i-identify, teka, saan ka ba magaling? At saan ka hindi magaling? And then focus on saan ka magaling, earn from it, and then i-build mo yung mga skills na alam mong kailangan mo, pero hindi ka pa magaling doon. But if you have acceptance, if you can handle the truth, you will grow as a person. So yeah, tanggapin mo katotohanan na baka mahirap ka pa ngayon. Number 3, you don't understand money. Obviously, kaya mahirap, hindi alam kung paano mag-handle ng pera, hindi alam ano yung pera, and maybe you don't understand how money works. That is why you work for money instead of making money work for you. So, the idea is, una, ang pera piniprint lang. Piniprint lang ang pera. Meron tinatawag na Federal Reserve. The value of money depends on our perception and the decision of the marketplace. Pero yung pera talaga, wala talaga siyang value. Isa lang siyang papel na piniprint. Ang nagbigay ng value sa pera tayo. So if you understand na ang pera piniprint lang, you will now realize that money is not scarce. Hindi siya nauubos, hindi nauubos ang pera. So ang kailangan mo matutunan is paano ka mag-create ng value para yung pera mo maibili mo ng totoong asset na may value. So, hindi ka naghahabol sa pera. You're not working hard for the money. You are working hard to create value. Ang mahirap kasi, pag mahirap ka, naghahabol ka sa pera. Feeling mo, pera yung kailangan mo. Feeling mo, pera yung sasalba sa buhay mo. Feeling mo, pera yung magbabago sa buhay mo. Feeling mo, pera na lahat. No. Naiintindihan ko na kapag wala kang pera, yun lang yung hanap mo. Kasi kailangan talaga yun eh. Mahalaga yung pera eh. At may halaga yung pera. Pero hindi mo yun hinahabol. Kasi piniprint lang yan eh. So, it's more on the mindset and the perception na, teka, I need money, I want money, pero hindi lang yan yung kailangan. Hindi lang yan yung meron. Hindi lang yan yung meron sa mundo. Hindi lang yan yung available sa mundo. So, if you don't overvalue the money, you will understand that it's easy to make money and create value. So, money will follow you. Kaya nga kung mapapansin nyo, may mga negosyante na sobrang lakas gumastos. Tapos sasabihin natin, ang yabang naman nun, bili ng bili. Baka fraction lang yun ng investments nila. Baka tubo lang yun sa investments nila. I'm gonna give you a sample computation. If you are earning more than what you need, which is in most cases, sa mga magagaling na negosyante, sobra-sobra na yung income niyan sa kailangan niyan. So normally, what I would do is I'm gonna reinvest 50% on my business. Kasi yun yung nagbibigay ng pera eh. 30% investment na magbibigay sa akin ng passive income, 10% tithes, 10% sa sarili ko. And doing this cycle over and over, pwedeng umabot sa point na yung 10% ko dati, na panggastos ko, nanggagaling na lang sa tubo ng passive income ko. At pag sobrang ganda na ng sistema ng negosyo, yung 50% na reinvestment sa business ko, pwede ko na siyang i-reinvest sa iba ko pang negosyo that will bring me more cash flow. So what most people don't understand is, yung 500,000 per month, yung 1 million per month, yung 5 million per month na gastos, baka 5% lang yan, na tubo sa investment ng mga magagaling na negosyante. So they have the capacity to spend the money. Kasi naiintindihan namin yung pera. So kung mahirap ka pa, instead na mag-focus ka masyado sa pagkita ng pera, aralin mong maigi paano gumagana yung pera habang kumikita ka ng pera. Para matututo ka mag-ipon, matututo ka mag-build ng value at negosyo, matututo ka mag-build ng high income skills para pera yung susunod sa'yo. Again, yung pera, sobrang dami niyan, piniprint lang yan, and money is only a tool. You have to learn and understand how to use that tool, how to utilize that tool, and how to create more value para yung pera yung susunod sa'yo. Number 4, you consume too much. Understand that poor people are the consumers and the wealthy people are the creators. So we create a product, people consume them. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you can create products that are valuable for the marketplace. Pero ang problema, you consume too much in social media. Watching videos like this. Sometimes, we consume too much. And I understand. I appreciate you if you subscribe. I appreciate you if you comment. I appreciate you if you watch my videos. But I will appreciate it more if you take action applying all the learnings here. Kasi let's be real. Nanood ka ng 1-2 oras na podcast, pwedeng makatulong sa'yo yon. Kung i-apply mo, kung magno-notes ka, kung susundin mo yung prinsipyo. Pero nanood ka ng 2 oras, 4 na oras na podcast, tapos wala ka namang ginawang action, naghintay ka lang, feeling mo gumaling ka na, feeling mo tumalino ka na. It won't work. I'm gonna be honest with you. Consume ka lang ng consume, matuto ka rin mag-create. Hindi pwedeng puro consume lang tayo ng content. Kailangan din nating mag-create, and most importantly, you create the life that you want. You create the future, you create the business, you create value. Ito ang pinakamabigat na problema. Doon sa 4 na oras, 5 oras, 6 na oras na panonood mo ng videos, hindi naman puro educational videos yung pinanood mo. Most of the time, adult videos. TikTok na mga sumasayaw na babae o lalaki or whatever. Scroll ka lang ng scroll ng nakakatawa, nakuha yung attention mo, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, sobrang bilis ng transition. Iba't ibang videos, na-stimulate yung utak mo, na-stimulate yung mata mo. Hindi mo namamalayan, 4 na oras ka nang walang ginagawa. 4 na oras ka nang nagpo-procrastinate. You consume too much. Most of the time, we consume too much food. Lakas natin kumain, kaya nanghihina tayo. Hindi na kaya ng digestive system mo yung kinakain mo. Sometimes, you consume too much information na hindi mo naman kayang i-apply. But in reality, ang magpapayaman sa'yo, yung basics lang. At kailangan mo maintindihan yung basics. You consume too much alcohol. Uwi ka ng laseng, gising ka ng laseng, lalo kang walang magagawa. Lalong walang magandang mangyayari sa'yo. Lalo kang hindi makakapag-take ng action. At magastos pa. At toxic pa yung usapan. Now, don't get me wrong. By that time na sobrang dami mo ng pera, babalik ka sa inuman. Bakit? Kasi there are deals, there are bondings na mapapainom ka talaga ng konti. Pero understand na from being really poor to becoming a multi-millionaire, merong proseso kang dadaanan na hindi ka pwedeng uminom. Na hindi ka pwedeng kung ano-anong substance yung sinisinghot mo, sinisindihan mo, at ini-intake mo at nilalagay mo sa katawan mo. Kailangan tama yung paraan mo ng pag-iisip para matuto ka. Merong tamang proseso. And if you consume too much of anything, it won't help you. So, naiintindihan ko, alam ko, pwedeng mabawasan yung watch time ko because of this. Pwedeng hindi ka na masyadong makinig at manood because of this. I don't care. What I care about is for you to get the results. Para mabawasan yung mahirap. Because again, you deserve it eh. You can. I know you can. I've been there. Naiintindihan ko yung nararamdaman mo. Naiintindihan ko yung feeling ng pagiging mahirap doon ako galing. That is why kung meron mang tao na makakapag-share ng knowledge sa inyo about being poor, ako yun. Kasi lahat ng mababanggit ko dito, ako yun dati. There was a time in my life that I consumed too much of what I mentioned. Tapos, I consumed too much games. I consumed too much alcohol. I consumed too much entertainment. It didn't help. But nung 16 ako, nag-decide ako na magiging milyonaryo ako. I dropped everything. I stopped consuming. I'm really focused on taking action, earning my first million in just 3 years. Milyonaryo. And I realized that I really can create the life that I want. So yeah, stop consuming too much. Number 5, your identity. Because of our upbringing, because of what our parents had been telling us while growing up, because of the friends that we had, maybe because of the education system. Hindi ko sinisisi, but that's the reality. Na yung mga tao sa paligid natin, sila dapat yung nagpapalaki sa atin ng tama. They should be the people who nurture us, who give us the right information, because the young generation has unlimited potential. But the problem is, paulit-ulit sinasabihan, mahirap ka, pangit ka, ito ka, bobo ka, and stuff like that. At pag paulit-ulit sinasabi sa atin, yun na yung nagiging identity natin. For me, it's weird and it's super absurd that there are people na pagkagising nila sa umaga, naramdaman nila parang babae ako. So I now identify as a woman. At pag ginawa niya yun, in-announce niya yun sa social media, some people will be cheering. Yeah, empowerment, slay girl. Like overnight, nagpalit ka ng identity. Susuportahan ka. And yet, from being poor, guys, from being poor, you wanna change your identity na yayaman ako, gusto kong yumaman. Na from being labeled as bobo, from being labeled as walang natapos, from being labeled as pasaway, as if hindi ka na pwedeng magbago. From being labeled as tambay addict, Paggising mo sa umaga, nag-decide ka. Sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, babaguhin ko na buhay ko, ayoko nang maging addict. Babaguhin ko buhay ko, ayoko nang maging tambay. Babaguhin ko buhay ko, ayoko nang magsugal. And yet, you will take action. Pag in-announce mo yun sa social media, walang maniniwala, walang susuporta. Pagtatawanan ka, ida-down ka ng mga tao. So nakakatawa na yung gender mo, bigla na lang pwede mong baguhin, pero yung financial status mo, hindi. Think about it, guys. Na in reality, mas madaling baguhin yung financial status mo kaysa gender mo. Sa realidad ng mundo, ha? Even if you look at the science and biology, kailangan mo nga ng gastos para sa sex change I respect you guys, don't get me wrong. If you are a female or a male or you wanna call yourself something else, I respect you. But the point is not about the gender itself. The point is, we are living in a society na pag nagpalit ka ng gender, there's a community na susuportahan ka. Why not tayong mga negosyante magtulungan? Na kapag merong gustong magpalit ng financial status, suportahan din natin. So it's just so weird for me. Kasi ako, naintindihan ko that if I change my identity, how I define myself, magbabago talaga buhay ko Notice how fan ka ng basketball and then biglang pwedeng ma-addict ka sa bilyar. Tapos ayaw mo na ng bilyar, gusto mo na mag-golf. Pwedeng fan ka ng Lakers, tapos bigla ka na magpapalit ng team. Pwedeng fan ka ng Bulls, pero kung sinong panalo, minsan yun ang gusto mong team. Di ba? We can change those stuff. Pwedeng dati kang videographer, ngayon editor ka na, hanggang sa maging vice president ka na ng sarili mong kumpanya. So walang imposible. It's all about how you define yourself. But that's really a question that you have to answer. How do you define yourself? Hindi ko makakasagot niyan. Because yun ang dahilan kung bakit mahirap ka pa rin hanggang ngayon. Number 6, you're lazy. You're just lazy, tamad ka lang. Ang mahirap sa pagiging tamad is you will look for shortcuts. Naghahanap ka ng quick way. Easy way to get money. Easy way to earn money. Fastest way to earn money. Kaya ka na-scam. Kaya ka naloloko. Masyado kang nagmamadali. Hindi ko nga maintindihan sa iba. Tamad, pero nagsisipag sa maliit na sweldo. Tamad, pero nagsisipag sa minimum. Nothing wrong with that, except understand that di ka naman tamad Di ba nagtatrabaho ka? Di ba nag-e-effort ka naman? Di ba ginagawa mo naman yung best mo? But why is it that when it comes to earning millions, when it comes to having a better life, tinatamad ka na? Pero dun sa trabaho, na wala naman pakialam sa'yo yung boss mo, hindi ka natatrato ng tama, toxic pa yung community, toxic pa sa trabaho, bakit doon tayo nag-e-effort ng sagad? Now, don't get me wrong. Tama na nag-e-effort ka, tama na ginagalingan mo sa trabaho. Pero alam mo kung saan mo dapat mas galingan? Sa future mo, sa buhay mo. At naiintindihan ko, ang nangyayari kasi kapag mahirap pa lang tayo, di ba? Trabaho para magkapera. Siyempre, pagod na tayo sa trabaho, di ba? Sagad na tayo sa trabaho, di ba? Tapos toxic sa trabaho, tapos hindi tayo masaya, di ba? So maghahanap tayo ng short-term happiness. Kaya tuwing weekends, inuman, tropa, sugal. Kasi gusto mo ng short-term happiness Gusto mo ng mabilis ang saya. Kasi nga hindi ka masaya sa ginagawa mo. Kaya nga lagi kong sinasabi ang mga taong toxic, negative, takot, walang pera, gipit, ang daling kontrolin. Ang daling i-manipulate. Because they even control the prices. Pansin ba natin? May bonus tayo ng Pasko, pero lahat ng bilihin, mataas. So, ubos din yung bonus mo. Laging sakto lang, di ba? So, kailangan mo magsakripisyo ng saya mo muna. Work harder on something else so that you can earn more money and you can buy your freedom. Na at some point, magagawa mo yung mga bagay na gusto mong gawin, magiging masaya ka long term. Kaya lang hindi nga pwedeng tamad ka. Lahat ng bagay kailangan pinaghihirapan. Lahat ng bagay kailangan sipagan. Gusto mo ng magandang katawan, sisipagan mo. Gusto mong gumaling sa sports, sisipagan mo. Gusto mong gumaling sa games, sisipagan mo. Nagkataon lang na yung games, laro enjoy Kaya parang andali. But when you understand that you really have to work on everything, even reading books, you have to spend time, you have to read, you have to take notes. Even watching this free video. This is extremely valuable, guys. I'm coming from my own personal experience. Pero you have to take time. You really have to listen, you have to take notes. You have to accept, kahit nasasaktan ka na ngayon, kailangan mong i-accept yung katotohanan. Na kaya ka mahirap, tamad ka. Kaya ka naloloko, tamad ka. Kaya ka nai-scam, tamad ka. Huwag ka kasing magmadaling kumita. Walang overnight success. Walang overnight passive income. Walang overnight multimillionaire. So yeah, gusto mong yumaman, huwag kang tamad. Number 7, you are entitled. Dapat ganito. Dapat ganun. Dapat tinutulungan ako ng gobyerno. Dapat tinutulungan ako ng nanay ko. Dapat tinutulungan ako ng kapatid ko. Dapat ibigay sa akin to. Dapat... The world doesn't owe you anything. That's the reality. Hindi mo pwedeng iasa sa ibang tao yung happiness mo. Hindi mo pwedeng iasa sa ibang tao yung financial status mo. Hindi mo pwedeng iasa sa ibang tao yung kakainin mo, especially kung nasa tamang edad ka na. We are in a free country. Wala naman tayo sa communist country. We are free to build our own business. We are free to sell products. We can sell something on TikTok, guys. We can create YouTube channels and earn. You can be vloggers and earn money. You can create content and Facebook will pay you. You can run ads. You can even learn a high-income skills from watching videos. And then time will come, babayaran ka sa high-income skills mo. Kaya lang, since masyado kang entitled, feeling mo kailangan ibigay sa'yo lahat, you don't have the humility to start over. You don't have the humility to work hard. You don't have the humility to simply start something new and just begin and just do something. Alam niyo ba guys, yung mga hyper-successful na negosyante, especially yung mga kakilala ko ha, base to sa experience ko sa mga kaibigan ko, kakilala ko, yung mga totoong milyonaryo, hindi nyo siguro naiintindihan yung hirap bago maging milyonaryo at yung hirap isustain yung pera. Mahirap isustain yung success. And ang totoo, pag sinabihan kami na sobrang laki naman ng kinikita mo, ganito, ganyan, minsan natatawa na lang ako kasi para sa akin, kung hindi sakto yung proportion niya, kulang pa nga yung kinikita ko sa effort ko eh. Kulang pa nga yung kinikita ko sa value yung ginagawa ko eh. And kaming mga boss, kaming mga CEO, kaming mga founders, kaming mga nasa taas ng food chain, mas maraming beses yung kami nagbibigay. Like appreciation, kami nagbibigay. Budget, kami nagbibigay. Bonus, kami nagbibigay. May problema kami, hindi namin pwedeng i-open sa mga tao namin kasi masyado silang magiging familiar. Pero yung mga nasa baba, pwede silang magreklamo, pwede silang maging magulo, pwede silang maging tamad, pwede silang maging bobo sometimes. Pwede silang maging lutang, pwede silang maging tulala lang minsan. But the hyper-successful people, the entrepreneurs, di kami pwedeng lutang. We are making decisions every day. We are making hard decisions. We have to decide. Mahirap, lagi kang mag-isa. Feeling mo, mag-isa ka rin lagi. Pag leader ka, nasa taas ka, yung mga tao sa paligid mo, lalapitan ka lang kapag may kailangan sa'yo. Kapag nagsa-celebrate na sila, may na-achieve sila, masaya na sila, makakalimutan ka nila. When you are a strong leader, ikaw yung unang-unang lalapitan kapag may problema. Pero hindi ikaw yung unang maiisip kapag masaya na. Kapag celebration na. And bilang negosyante, kailangan mong tanggapin yun. Kasi that's the price you have to pay if you wanna earn millions of money. So, hindi ka pwedeng entitled. Kasi hindi lalaki organization mo kapag entitled ka. Hindi ka magiging maayos na leader kapag entitled ka. Ang problema, kung sino pang mahirap, sila pang entitled. Notice in the comment section, binigyan mo ng libreng content, binigyan mo ng libreng value, wala namang bayad, hindi naman malaki kita sa pag-create ng content, especially kami mga negosyante, lalo na yung mga short forms like TikTok, diba? Nag-create ka ng libreng video para turuan yung mga tao ha. Ikaw pa mag-i-explain. Kailangan mo pang i-explain sa kanila at patunayan sa kanilang mayaman ka. Diba? Nag-release ka ng kotse to inspire them, tinuro mo yung tools, ano sasabihin. Patingin ng ORCR, totoo ba yan, ganito yan. Magagalit pa sa'yo eh. So people are entitled. They are too entitled with what they feel as if sila lang ang nakakaramdam ng hirap at pagod. Hindi nyo ko naiintindihan. Grabe yung nararamdaman ko. Puntahan mo yung kapitbahay mo, malamang yan din yung nararamdaman. Hindi nyo naiintindihan ang sakit, ang hirap ng buhay. Kausapin mo parents mo. Baka mas matagal na yan sa hirap. Mas matagal na yan nare-reject. Mas matagal na yan sa trabaho. Baka mas naiintindihan nila yung hirap. Hindi talaga sir, di mo naiintindihan. O sige, hindi ko naiintindihan. Eh di sino makakaintindi sa'yo? Diba ikaw? So you know what? Gusto mong yumaman, huwag kang entitled. The world doesn't owe you anything. The world doesn't owe you an explanation. You wanna learn, read books, do your research. You wanna earn, like really earn? Get a high income skill. Serve people. Build connections. Build a relationship. Do your best. Smile while working. Hold a good attitude while working. Gusto mo ng puhunan sa negosyo, gumawa ka ng paraan. Hindi yung parang entitled ka na kailangan kang pautangin ng pamilya mo. Na kapag hindi ka sinuportahan ng pamilya mo, napakasama nila. No. You are not entitled with the support. Natatawa nga ako sa iba eh. Sasabihin, sir, di mo naiintindihan. Hindi kami sinusuportahan ng pamilya namin. Sino mang sinuportahan sa atin agad? Sige nga, comment kayo. Comment kayo. Sino dito yung mga negosyanteng hindi rin sinuportahan agad ng parents? Hindi rin sinuportahan agad ng magulang. Hindi rin sinuportahan agad ng pamilya. And maybe kahit successful ka na, hindi ka pa rin sinusuportahan. Sige nga, comment nga kayo. Because we have to understand na, teka, hindi ka nag-iisa. Hindi talaga agad susuportahan ka. Don't be entitled. That's the truth. Yes, tamang suportahan ka. Pero hindi pwedeng entitled ka. Pag hindi ka sinuportahan, tuloy lang, laban lang. Ganun talaga eh. Kailangan mong tanggapin yung realidad. So ang akin, if you are watching this video, if you're listening to this podcast, make sure na yung 7 nabanggit ko, wala sa'yo. And kung at some point tinatamaan ka, understand that you can change. Understand that you can be better. Understand that you can develop yourself. Especially kung gusto mo talagang yumaman. So yun lang guys, if you like this video, and I'm sure that you do, please like, comment, share, subscribe, engage in all our channels, and help us get 100,000 subscribers in YouTube. And maybe, soon magiging 1 million pa to. And of course, give us a 5-star rating in Spotify and a 5-star rating in Facebook. Because we are here dedicated to create value for you guys. And if you like more videos like this, more episodes like this, yung real talk session, please send us a message. Please comment para alam namin na gusto nyo yung ganitong klase ng videos. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the episode, and always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez, and see you soon.